Hi there, I'm Matt Ishbia, President and CEO of UWM, and this is 3 points. First point, credit report costs going up again. So Fair Isaac Corp announced last month that it intends to increase the wholesale royalty cost for FICO, credit score for mortgage originations, by over 40% for 2025. So this is not the first time this has happened. Credit report costs continue to go up. They're so much cheaper a couple years ago, now where they are today. Now understand there's a lot of costs in the mortgage industry that have actually gone down. We talked about title waivers, we talked about appraisal waivers and other things, but credit reports are not one of those. So they're going to continue to go up. So understand, what does that mean for you and borrowers? A lot of borrowers are being charged up front for it. Are you understanding how often are you using soft pulls? Are you using one bureaus? What are ways you continue to save costs? Because this expense gets your bottom line. And if you're using this, a lot of credit reports, pulling out credit reports, you're obviously doing a lot of loans, but you got to close a high percentage of them to make it all make sense. So credit report costs are continuing to go up. I do not see an end in sight for this right now. So make sure you understand that, understand the new world that we live in, and continue to dominate even with higher credit report costs. Second point, borrowers plan to refi even if rate cuts fall short. So mortgage refinancing appears to be near a tipping point, as a lot of recent home buyers are looking to refi to help reduce the strain on their finances. A recent survey from TransUnion suggests, it actually said 80% of respondents from the survey said they plan to refinance in the next 12 months. So understanding that people are refinancing not because of what we think rates should be, but actually where rates are versus where they bought a house. And so what a lot of people are saying is between 50 basis points and 75 basis points is more than enough for them to refinance, whether it's rate and term, and obviously there's cash out opportunities, understanding that as well. But understand 50 basis points. So borrowers at 7.5 going to 7% is a refinance. A borrower at 7.25 going to 6.75 or 6.5 is a refinance opportunity, and borrowers think that way. And so understanding that the overall economy, everyone's talking about Fed cutting rates, consumers are calling, and this survey locks in the fact that people are going to refinance regardless if rates go down to 4% or 5%. They're refinancing right now. 50 basis points to 75 basis points saves the borrower's money, and they are looking to refinance. Make sure you're understanding that and taking advantage of it. Third point, home construction has entered a slowdown. So the single-family home construction industry might be headed for a slowdown. So what are we going to do? Everyone's talking about 7.7% year over year, drop in building permits. And what does this mean? And 4% less of housing starts. This doesn't matter. This is what people like to talk about when they like to talk about negative things in the market. There's more houses for sale than before, right? It used to be 400,000 a couple years ago. Now it's 959,000 or 953,000 houses for sale. Even when I talked about this a couple months ago, it was only 900,000. More houses for sale, more inventory. Yes, housing starts, all these things slow down. It's not as negative as everyone likes to talk about. There's a lot of houses out there. And now, guess what? Rates dropping a little bit. There's an opportunity where there's affordability is better. More people are selling their houses. And that's why we see inventory continue to go up. So yes, a few less houses are being built, but there's more inventory, more houses to sell, more houses for people to buy. And that's out there right now. So understand that there's a lot of times mainstream negative media likes to talk about things that are always negative, but the reality is more houses for sale right now, more buyers out there that can buy them, and the opportunity is there. Thanks for joining me. I'm Matt Ishbia, President and CEO of UWM, and that was 3 points.